Hey, what is up, you guys? FilmFan0599 here again. Welcome back to the Universe of the Blue Tubers. And today on Universe of the Blue Tubers, I'm going to be reviewing All Time Low's Last Young Renegade. All Time Low's Last Young Renegade is a 2017 released album, and I was looking forward to this. I actually was. I am a fan of All Time Low. I do think they're a very good band in my opinion. I've enjoyed a lot of their albums. Probably Nothing Personal is probably their best album in my opinion. It is a really great album. So, and I also enjoyed both of the singles I heard from this album, which were Dirty Laundry and Last Young Renegade. I both thoroughly enjoyed those singles a lot. So I was like, okay, let's see where this could go. I'm very interested to see where this new album could go, and I'm really looking forward to it. I was really disappointed in this. And now, this is not a bad album by any means. I will say that. It is not a bad album. It's just kind of just decent at best. It really is. It's just a decent at best album. It's really not that great. It's not a bad album, like I said, but man, is it really not that good either. It really isn't. And I was really, really disappointed in this, because I actually thought this album had kind of some potential to it. And it didn't succeed at it. It really didn't. So let's first get into the things I did like about this album. First being the production, I was kind of mixed on. I will admit that there were some points where the production really worked to me. And I thought it was really good, and then there were some other points where it was just kind of like the production was really, really mixed with me with this album. I really think it was really, really mixed, the production with this. Like, I was like, at some points, I was like, okay, the production's really good on this. And then at other points, I'm like, it's not that good, really. And, Alex does a really great job with his vocals on this album. He does a really solid job. Some of the aesthetics do work a couple times in the album. To me, there were some times where the aesthetics do work. But probably the biggest problem I have with this album is that it doesn't even feel really like an all-time low record. It feels more like just like an Alex solo project. I think Infinity on Hannah really nailed it on the head with that. Like, it really feels just like a Alex solo project. Like, it feels like none of the other members of the band really aren't doing like nothing on this album. Where like the other band members are not even really doing anything. Like, there's some moments where the guitars kick in and whatever, and there's some guitars thrown in, but really I hear no bass. Really, I hear really no drums. Like, it's just like they don't even utilize the rest of the band. Really, it's really just Alex and just some aesthetics. Like, that's all it is. That's probably my biggest problem with this album, is that they don't even utilize all of the band. They just utilize Alex. That's it. And the rest of it is just, aesthetics. Like, the rest of the band is just shied away, and it just feels like a Alex solo project. Like, seriously, it really feels like that. And I'm just like, really? It's just not all that great. And also, this album, like, just why? Like, that's probably my biggest complaint with this album, is that the rest of the band is really not that used in this album, and it just sucks completely. Now, the songs on this album, let's get into the songs now. Now, I did enjoy a couple of them. There were some I did really like a lot, and I thought they were definitely some great tracks. Like, first being, like, I'll talk about the first two singles that were released off of this album, since those were the ones I heard beforehand. Dirty Laundry, I do think is actually a really, really great track. I do actually enjoy that track a lot. I know some people are kind of mixed on it, but I do enjoy it quite a bit. It's much more of a moodier track from them, And I honestly liked it. I thought it definitely executed well. And when we get to that explosive, like finale to the song, it was really great, So I do think it's a really solid track. I do quite enjoy it a lot. Same goes with the opening track, which was the second track, which was the second single off of this album, and is also the title track, Last Young Renegade. I do think that is very all-time low. That song is a very all-time low song, because, all-time low is a very, pop punk, like punk rock band. That's what they are. That's exactly what they are. And I get for this album they wanted to go more of a, I guess, pop rock direction and more like electronic, I guess, somewhat with this album. But like this one is very like all-time low-ish. Like this one is a very all-time low track. This one I quite enjoyed it a lot. It's a very fun track. You could go and listen to a lot. Like I did quite enjoy this one a lot. Nice to Know You was another one I did quite enjoy a lot. I do think that is one of the better tracks off of this album. It is a really solid track, but by far the best track off of this album is indeed Nightmares. Nightmares, without question, to me, is by far the best track off of this album. It is so great. Alex's vocals really work perfectly in the song to me. And you do hear a little bit of like toned down guitars in the beginning, which is great. And you even hear an acoustic guitar at one point during the song. And the aesthetics really worked in this song. Like, I really do think they worked the most in this song. And they also honestly worked perfectly with this song, in my opinion. They definitely worked the best in this one. Like, I just thought the aesthetics really worked well in this song the most. I really love the lyrics to this song a lot. Just dealing with, you know, kind of the demons inside of you and dealing with nightmares and just dealing with just problems and everything. It just really worked. The execution of it was really great. So, you know, also, so yeah, I do think this is by far the best song off the album. I do quite enjoy it a lot. Now, some of the other songs like Drugs and Candy or Good Times or Life of the Party or Ground Control are just really not that good. I think Drugs and Candy is by far the worst song off of this album. It's just like, the chorus is annoying as hell to this song. I really do think so. You taste like drugs and candy. Like, it's so dang annoying, the chorus to this song. It really is. It's just a really bland and lazy track to me. Same goes with Good Times. Even this song at one point, I heard from some people that this song even rips off Kids in the Street by the All American Rejects at one point during this song. And I'm like, really? Like, it's just, come on, man. Like, it's just not that good of a song. Just bland. Same goes with Life of the Party. Bland. Like, that's the main problem with a lot of these songs. They're bland. They are very bland tracks. Like, Life of the Party is another one. Like, the lyrics are really not that great. Alex sounds okay on it. Like, it's just, Ground Control, like, there's a feature on that song, Tia and Sarah, I believe that's the name of the duo. It felt like more of just, like, their track than an all-time low song. Like, it was like, the feature was, like, overlapping, you know, Alex. Like, it really did seem like that. Like, it was more of a Tia and Sarah track than it was an all-time low track. Like, that's what I really felt like. Like, the feature was really, like, overlapping the actual, you know, band that's playing on this song. You know what I mean? Like, it just, yeah. Some of the songs are really just bland and kind of not really all that inspiring, really. Like, they're just kind of just whatever. Like, they're just bland and forgettable songs, really. And that's also my other problem with this album. This is a very bland and forgettable album. Like, I'm not even kidding you. After the first listen, I almost immediately forgot about this album. Like, I really did. And also, you feel, like, on my first listen, I felt the running time of this. Like, it's 36 minutes in total, this album. I really felt the running time at first. The second time, not so much, but really that first time I listened to the album, I really felt that running time. It's just kind of just bland and really forgettable. That's the other main problem I have with this. It's a very bland and just forgettable album. Like, it's very, very bland, and they tried to, it was also trying to be a concept record as well. And, I mean, I could somewhat see how the songs could tie in somewhat, but, like, it just doesn't all that work, really. It just doesn't work. Like, there's so much potential that they could have went with this album. And I really felt like they failed, kind of really badly, honestly. They really failed at an attempt to kind of make a really good record. And, yeah, I just didn't really dig it all that much. So, overall, I really do think All Time Low's Last Young Renegade is just a really forgettable album. It's not bad by all means, but really, it's a really bland and forgettable album to me. So it's time for my official rating on All Time Lows Last Young Renegade, and my official rating on All Time Lows Last Young Renegade is a 2.5 out of 5. It's a decent record at best. I really don't think it's really all too bad, really. There is some good things about it. Like, I do like some of the songs. Some of the production is pretty good. And like I said, I do think Alex does a really solid job for the most part with his vocals. It's just that some of the other production is really not that great. Some of the other tracks are just really bland. And really, most of the album is just bland and forgettable overall. So, definitely deserves a 2.5 out of 5. It's not that good of an album, really. So, yeah, this is probably the weakest album they've done so far. So, if you have listened to All Time Lows Last Young Renegade, what did you think about it? Leave in the comment section below. I'm FilmFan0599, and we'll see you about later. Peace.